All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Monday. We finished our NFL season yesterday with the Super Bowl. You can catch up with that by going to YouTube and look up Jammin' Sports if you want to watch the repeat of the Super Bowl there. Tonight, it's a baseball doubleheader as we continue our Major League Baseball playoffs. First up, it'll be Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers lead this best-of-7 series 2-1. And then the second half of our doubleheader tonight will be the American League Championship Series Game 4, where the Red Sox have a 3-0 lead on the Indians. The Red Sox can wrap up the ALCS tonight with a win. So first up, Dodgers-Braves Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. Here we go. There's your lineups for tonight. Jammin' Sports presents Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves, live from Turner Field in Atlanta. Dodgers lead the series 2-1. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series up next here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the first inning. Steve Avery will be pitching for the Braves here tonight in Game 4. The Dodgers can take a 3-1 lead, or the Braves can tie the series up at 2 games apiece. Leading off will be Jackie Robinson for the Dodgers. The second baseman. Davis is in the house. Evil Dead already has checked in saying he won't be here tonight. He's out on the town with his wife tonight. Here's the pitch. Down low. We're underway. The count goes to 1-0 to Jackie Robinson. And now the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0 to Robinson. Just underway, live from Atlanta. And now the pitch by Avery. Inside, 3-0. Avery off to a rough start. And now the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 3-1. We're in Atlanta, Georgia tonight. And now the 3-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner. It's a strike. Robinson thought it was a ball. He's halfway down the first base. Full count, 3-2 to Robinson now. And now Avery looks in. The pitch. Swung on. Struck him out. It went from 3-0 to a strikeout. One down for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. Shortstop Pee Wee Reese up next. Down low, 1-0. Baseball doubleheader tonight. We'll have Game 4 of the Red Sox-Indians after this. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Excuse me. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases empty. The 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. We don't have a clear date yet when we'll start football again. Madden 25 doesn't come out till Friday. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch by Avery. In their first strike. Count is full at 3-2 to Pee Wee Reese. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Pops it up. Down the first base line, foul. Count remains full to Reese. 3-2 pitch. Out to right field, and Hank Aaron makes an easy play. 2 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the first inning. There's the Dodgers starting lineup tonight. Next up will be the center fielder, Duke Snider. So far, 2 up, 2 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. Braves trying to tie the series up tonight. The pitch, down low, 1-0. Snider back in the box with a 1-0 count. 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. Avery's gotten behind on every batter so far, but he's come back to put him away. Outside, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch to Snider. Fouls it off. Count goes to 3-1. Surprised he swung. And now the 3-1 pitch. A ground ball knocked down by the third baseman Matthews, not in time. Eddie Matthews tried to make the play. It'll be a infield single for Duke Snider. So with 2 outs, the Dodgers have a runner on first base. And now their first baseman, Gil Hodges, will come up. In their first strike, 0-1. 2 outs for Los Angeles with a runner on first. That's Snider at first base. The count's 0-1 to Hodges. And now the 0-1 pitch. Up high. Oh, it's in the strike zone, though. Shoulder high. Count goes to 0-2 to Hodges. Hodges didn't particularly agree with that call. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains 0-2 to Hodges. Avery's thrown a lot of pitches here in the top of the first. 0-2 pitch. Just inside. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. He took a big swing. At the end of a half inning, no score. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Don Sutton will be the starting pitcher for the Dodgers here tonight. Here in Game 4. It's a best-of-7 series, and the Dodgers lead it 2-1. 2 games to 1. Michael Harris, the second, the center fielder, will lead things off. Popped up in the air down the third base line, but it's drifting foul. And the count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Inside, and the count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Harris. 2-1 pitch. Harris rips one out to right field, but drifting foul. That'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. A ground ball to Guerrero at third makes the play for the out. So Harris grounds out to third. There's the starting lineup for the Braves tonight. It's the same lineup as last night. Up next, the DH, Chipper Jones. Good old Chipper. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Jones will step back in with a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Just outside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Two-1 pitch. Took a big swing and missed. They'll even the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. That's a ball. Counts now full to Jones at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains full. And now the pitch by Sutton. Did he go around? Yes. Struck him out for out number 2. And now the right fielder, Hammer and Hank. Hank Aaron comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Ball's inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. He hit a home run last night, a solo shot in the Braves' win last night. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-1 pitch by Sutton. Outside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Ripped into right field. And that'll be a 2-out single for Hank.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 89.
Sadahara O comes up next, the first baseman. The Braves have 2 outs with a runner on first base. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. Pitch by Sutton. Up high, ball 1. It's been a long first inning. A lot of pitches have been thrown by both pitchers. A lot of full counts. And now the 1-0 pitch. Oh, fouls it off down the line. That's going to even the count at 1-1. Hank Aaron at first base. Oh, fouls that one off. And the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first base. And now the 1-2 pitch. He fouls that one off. Count remains 1-2. And now the 1-2. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hank Aaron at first base. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off again down the third base line. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. He check swinged it. And it's going to drop for a base hit. And Hank Aaron will hold up at third base. It was a check swing off the handle of the bat. And somehow it dropped in shallow right field. So now the Braves have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And the third baseman, Eddie Matthews, comes up. First pitch is outside, ball 1. And so the first inning continues. And now the 1-0 pitch. Popped up. And in left field, Matt Kemp comes over and makes the play. So the Braves threaten but don't score. At the end of 1, no score here in NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second inning. Matt Kemp, the left fielder, will lead off for the Dodgers. Facing Steve Avery on the mound for the Braves. First pitch in there for a strike. He took a big swing. Yankees were eliminated, Davis. You know that already. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
And now the count goes to 1-2 to Matt Kemp. And now the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. We're in the top of the second inning, no score. Nobody out, nobody on base. The count's 2-2 to Kemp. Just outside, 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Rips it foul. Count remains at 3-2. Well, we've seen a lot of 3-2 counts in this game, and we're only in the second inning. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. Mookie Betts, the right fielder, will come up next for the Dodgers. 1 out, base is empty. It's in there for a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. He fouled it off. Kind of swung at the last moment and fouled it off, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. The 1-2 pitch. Out to right field, but that's hooking foul, and will drop foul. Count remains at 1-2 to Betts. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 1-2. Avery's 1-2 pitch. Down low. That'll even the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. 2-2 pitch. Ripped it right to the shortstop. Making the play. Johnny Logan snagging it out of the air is what I wanted to say. 2 down for the Dodgers. And now the DH, Eddie Murray, will come up. Great play by Logan. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1. So 2 outs now for the Dodgers. Here in the top of the second, no score. Bases empty. One 0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch to Murray. Swung on an inside pitch. Count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. They'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Up high. Another full count. Surprise, surprise. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Down the first base line. Hooking foul. Count remains at 3-2 to Eddie Murray, the DH. And now the 3-2 pitch. Up high. Ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk. Murray's aboard. Up next, the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero. 2 outs with a runner on first base. In there for a strike, 0-1. Guerrero's been struggling this postseason. You see the average, 0.45. That's not good. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. And now the 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. Here we go again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first base. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball down the first base line, but foul. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Ripped out into left field. That's going to drop. Acuna Jr. will throw it in. And they're going to hold the runner at second base. So back-to-back, we'll have a walk and now a single by Guerrero. And now the Dodgers have runners at first and second. And now the catcher for tonight, Roy Campanella for the Dodgers. Down low, 1-0. Campanella with a chance to get a run in here. Counts 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0. A walk will load the bases. All this happening with 2 outs. And now the 3-0 pitch. He went around, strike 1. Count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch. Ball 4. Oh, wow. All this with 2 outs. Bases loaded now. And we go to the top of the order. Jackie Robinson comes up. Let's see if Jackie can hit one out of here. 2 outs, bases loaded for the Dodgers here in the top of the second. And here's the pitch. He took a swing. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs, bases loaded. Jackie Robinson at the plate. The count's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Took another big swing and miss. Strike 2. Avery trying to get out of the inning. And now the 0-2 pitch. Robinson hits one high in the air, out to left field, but Acuna Jr. makes the play. The Dodgers threaten but don't score. After 1.5 no score, make that NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score here in Game 4. Ronald Acuna Jr. will lead things off for the Braves. First pitch is popped up. And making the play, Guerrero, as he comes over from third. He pops out to third base for out number 1. And now Johnny Logan will come up next for the Braves, the shortstop. 1 out, bases empty. Don Sutton still on the mound for the Dodgers here in the second inning. Up high, ball 1, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch.
No, that's down.
Down low. Count goes to 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Ripped it foul. Watch out down the line. And the count now goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Johnny Logan, the shortstop, at the plate. And now the 2-2 pitch. Up high. Another full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. A leadoff walk for the Braves here in the bottom of the second. Johnny Logan is aboard. And now the catcher, Joe Torre, will come up. The pitch. Inside, 1-0. Torre also struggling a bit this postseason, hitting .154. And now the 1-0 pitch. Torre fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at first. The 1-1 pitch. Down low, the runner holds. Count now at 2-1 to Torre. 2-1 pitch. There goes the runner. And it's popped up. And Hodges makes the play at first base for out number 2. Gil Hodges recording the out as Torre flies out or pops out to first. And now the second baseman for the Braves, Ozzie Albies, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first base. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch by Sutton. Fouls it off. The count quickly is 0-2 to Albies. And now the 0-2. Struck him out on 3 pitches. At the end of 2 complete, we have no score. Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Dodgers, their shortstop, Pee Wee Reese. Steve Avery still on the hill for the Braves. Here's the pitch. He went around, strike 1. No balls and a strike to Reese. And now the 0-1 pitch. Pops it up. Out to right field. Aaron comes in and makes the play. Hank Aaron runs it down for out number 1. As Reese will fly out to right. Duke Snyder comes up next, the center fielder for the Dodgers. One out, base is empty. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. That'll even the count at 1-1. No score here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-1. High in the air. Coming over. Logan at shortstop. And will make the play for out number 2. So Snyder pops out to short.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 down for the Dodgers. And now the first baseman, Gil Hodges, will come up. 2 outs, base is empty. Hodges will step in. The pitch by Avery. In their first strike at the knees, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there again for another strike. Counts 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Struck him out. At the end of 2.5, we still have no score here in the National League Championship Series Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Center fielder Michael Harris II will lead things off for the Braves, facing Don Sutton. Here's the pitch by Sutton. Outside, count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
Up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0.
Ball.
Up high, 3-0.
3 ball, no strike.
No score here in the bottom of the third inning. And Sutton about to throw a 3-0 pitch.
Ball 4.
Up high, ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. And Harris is aboard. And he can run now. He can steal. Chipper Jones will come up next, the DH. A chance now for the Braves. Nobody out, runner on first. They throw to first. And Harris is back in time. The pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first base. Harris is at first for the Braves. Jones at the plate. And now the 1-1. Jones hits it high in the air out to left field. Kemp makes the play. Matt Kemp hauls it in for out number 1. Harris stays at first base. 1 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the third. Right fielder Hank Aaron will come up. Let's see if Hank can hit one out. In their first strike. Count goes to 0-1. Sutton looks in. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. The count goes to 0-2. They throw to first. Harris gets back in time. Meanwhile, the count is 0-2 to Aaron. And now the 0-2 pitch. Aaron high in the air. Out to center field. Snyder gets over and makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Braves here in the third.
Number 89.
And now the first baseman, Sadahara O, will come up. The Japanese import. 2 outs, runner on first base.
Nope. Ball 1.
Oh boy, how was that not a strike? Ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. That looked in there to me.
He's going.
The 1-0 pitch. There goes Harris.
Nope.
Down the second, and he is safe. So Harris with a stolen base for the Braves. And now Atlanta has a runner on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. If O can get a base hit, Harris would probably score. Here's the 2-0 pitch in their first strike, 2-1. And now the 2-1. Outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runner on second base, that's Harris. 3-1 pitch. Rips it out to left field, and Kemp makes the play for the final out. At the end of 3 complete, we're still scoreless here in Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Left fielder Matt Kemp will lead things off for the Dodgers. Steve Avery still on the mound for the Braves. Here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch in their first strike. They'll even the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1.
1 strike.
2 balls and a strike to Matt Kemp. And now the 2-1. In their first strike. They'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Low and inside. Full count now at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Rips it foul down the line. Count remains full at 3-2 to Matt Kemp. Nobody out, nobody on here at the top of the 4th. 3-2 pitch. Did he go around? No. Ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for the Dodgers. Matt Kemp down at first base. And now the right fielder, Mookie Betts, will come up. We're in the top of the 4th inning. We're still scoreless. As Betts is at the plate now. Here's the pitch by Avery. In their first strike, 0-1. We're at Turner Field in Atlanta for Game 4 of the NLCS. The Dodgers lead the series 2-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. A ground ball, but foul. And the count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Inside. Count goes to 1-2. Crowd didn't like that. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, but he swung at it and struck out. Betts goes down swinging, 1 down. One down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 4th inning. And now Eddie Murray will come up. The DH. 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. Murray hit a home run last night in Game 3. The only run the Dodgers had last night. They lost 3-1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. Smoltz and Wright warming up for the bullpen for the Braves. The count is 1-1 to Murray.
Runner, runner, runner.
There goes the runner. And that's going to be foul. They had the hit and run on. Matt Kemp's going to have to go back to first. And the count on Murray is 1-2. They throw to first, but Kemp gets back in time. And now the 1-2 pitch.
That's out.
Just outside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Down low. We got a full count at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ripped into left field. Acuna Jr. gets under it, makes the play. 2 down for the Dodgers now here in the top of the 4th. Matt Kemp stays at first base. And now the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first base, no score here in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch by Avery. There goes Kemp down to second, and he's safe. So Matt Kemp steals second base. The Dodgers now have a runner at second with 2 outs. The count to Guerrero is 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, but in there. Shoulder high strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1. Fouls it off down the line. Count goes to 1-2. Matt Kemp at second base. And now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, actually, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 3.5, we're still scoreless here in NLCS Game 4 here at Javits Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Third baseman Eddie Matthews will lead things off for the Braves. We're scoreless here in Game 4. Don Sutton still on the mound for the Dodgers. The pitch by Sutton. Matthews pops it up into center field. Duke Snyder comes in and makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 4th. Turner Field in Atlanta is where we are. Left fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. comes up. 1 out, base is empty. And now the pitch by Sutton. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count quickly, 0-2 now to Acuna Jr. And now the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball.
In the dirt. And the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch by Sutton. Up high. That's going to even the count at 2-2. Acuna Jr. in those yellow shoes and batting gloves. Here's the 2-2. Up high, full count at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ripped out into right field. Home run. A solo shot home run by Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a solo shot, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Let's watch this one again. Opposite field home run. And now Johnny Logan, the shortstop, will come up. Braves now lead it 1-0. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. We're at Turner Field in Atlanta. Game 4 of the NLCS. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
Nope.
Up high, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches. Logan's aboard with 1 out. And now the catcher, Joe Torre, comes up. 1 out, runner on first for the Braves. Here in the bottom of the fourth, they already lead at 1-0. Pitch by Sutton. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
And now the 0-1 pitch. High in the air, Betts going back and makes the play at right field for out number 2. So Torre flies out to right.
Second baseman, Ozzie.
And now the second baseman, Ozzie Albies, will come up for the Braves with 2 outs and a runner on first base. There's the pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. 0-2 to Albies. Oh, 2 pitch. Albies fouls it off again. Count remains at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. That's Joe Torre at first. And the 0-2. Albies out to left field. Kemp will throw it in. It'll be a base hit. A 2-out single for Albies. And now the Braves have runners at first and second. And Michael Harris will come up next. The center fielder. Or the second baseman, I'm sorry. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. No, I'm sorry. Harris is the center fielder. I was thinking about Albies. The count's 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. And it's sharply hit to Kemp. He's coming home. The throw home. No, they hold him up at third. So a single for Harris. And now bases are loaded for the Braves. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, they've already scored 1 run this inning. And now Chipper Jones, the DH, will come up. In there for a strike, 0-1. A chance for the Braves to break this one open here. 2 outs, bases loaded. Counts 0-1 to Jones. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. A ground ball right back to Sutton. He'll throw to home for the force out. And that'll do it. That's the final out of the inning. But Ronald Acuna Jr., a solo shot home run. He gives the Braves a 1-0 lead after 4 complete. Here in the NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports.
Your attention, please.
We have a new pitcher for the Braves
Number 29.
as we go to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be John Smoltz. Leading off for the Dodgers will be the catcher, Roy Campanella.
At the ball.
First pitch by Smoltz is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. That'll even the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1. Rips it right up the middle for a base hit. A leadoff single for the Dodgers. Here in the top of the 5th, Roy Campanella is on board.
Now batting.
That was well hit right up the middle. Now the top of the order, second baseman Jackie Robinson will come up. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. A chance now for the Dodgers to get back in this game, trailing 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Ripped into right field, the base hit. Back-to-back singles. Campanella is holding up at second base. Back-to-back singles for the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. Nobody out. And now the shortstop, Pee Wee Reese, will come up. Braves lead it 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. But the Dodgers now threatening with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Reese will step in to face Smoltz. The pitch by Smoltz. In their first strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners at first and second. And now the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. We're at Turner Field in Atlanta. And now the 2-1 pitch. Popped up. Torrey comes over and makes the play. Reese pops out to the catcher for out number 1. One down for the Dodgers. They still have runners at first and second. And coming up next will be the center fielder, Duke Snyder. So Snyder will step in. The pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. That was on the inside corner. And now the 0-1 pitch. In their first strike again, count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Acuna Jr. in left field gets under it and makes the play for out number 2. So Snyder flies out to left. And now Gil Hodges, the first baseman, comes up next. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Hodges will step in. He's a lefty. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second for the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th, trailing 1-0. And now the 1-1. Took a big swing and miss, strike 2. And the count goes to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 4.5, Braves lead it 1-0. Here in NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports.
Leading up for the Braves.
We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hank Aaron, the right fielder, will lead things off for the Braves, leading 1-0. Don Sutton still on the mound for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Second baseman Robinson makes the play for the out.
Now batting.
So Aaron grounds out to second. 1 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 5th. First baseman Sadahara O comes up. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
1-1.
Inside. And the count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. He went around, struck him out. 2 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now the third baseman, Eddie Matthews, will come up for the Braves. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the pitch by Sutton. In there for a strike, 0-1. Trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. Ripped it foul into the dugout. Watch out, guys. The count remains at 0-2 to Eddie Matthews. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. At the end of 5 complete. Braves lead it 1-0 here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. Left fielder Matt Kemp will lead things off for the Dodgers. Still just a 1-0 ball game. John Smoltz still on the mound for the Braves. He went around, strike 1. And the count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. High in the air, out to left field. Acuna Jr. going back to the wall. That's going to bounce over for a ground rule double. So Matt Kemp leads off the top of the 6th with a ground rule double. And the Dodgers have a runner on second now in scoring position with nobody out. And now Mookie Betts will come up, the right fielder. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Betts fouls it off, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Oh, it hit him. And Mookie will be awarded first base. So now with nobody out, the Dodgers have runners at first and second. And now the DH, Eddie Murray, will come up. A chance for the Dodgers now to get back in this game. The pitch by Smoltz. Murray down the right field line, but that's drifting foul. And the count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. He did not go around. Soroka and Glavin warming up in the bullpen for the Braves. The count to Murray is even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And now the 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 was inside. A walk below the bases. Nobody out. Murray at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th inning with nobody out. And now the third baseman, Pedro Guerrero, will come up. He's about due. Bases loaded, nobody out. Braves hanging on to a 1-0 lead. The pitch by Smoltz. Guerrero, they're going to turn 2. Matthews, there's 1 and 2, but that's going to score a run. The runner on third came home as Guerrero hits into a double play. And the Dodgers have tied it up. Snyder scores from third base. The Braves get the double play and give up the run. And now there's 2 outs with a runner on third. And the catcher, Roy Campanella, will come up. Campanella fouls it off. Well, the Dodgers have at least tied the game here. Counts 0-1 to Campanella. And now the 0-1 pitch. He went around, strike 2 to Campanella. Two down, runner on third. 0-2 pitch. Oh, that hit him. And Campanella will be awarded first base. And now the Dodgers with runners at first and third with 2 outs. Jackie Robinson, the second baseman, comes up. Let's see if Jackie can hit one out of here. The pitch in their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-2 to Robinson. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and third. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking. At the end of 5.5, the Dodgers have tied it up at 1. Here in NLCS Game 4, here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ronald Acuna Jr., the left fielder for the Braves, will lead things off. Don Sutton still on the mound for the Dodgers. We're tied at 1. And that's a ball inside. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1. Inside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Acuna Jr. And now the 2-1 pitch. He went around, strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2. The pitch by Sutton. Up high, full count at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, but foul down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And that's fouled off. Count remains full at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Popped it up, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Fouls that one off. Three-two pitch. Fouls it off down the first base line. The count on Acuna Jr. remains full. And now Sutton's pitch again. There we go, base hit. Betts will run it down. And it's a leadoff single for the Braves here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on board. And now the shortstop, Johnny Logan, will come up. They throw to first, but not in time. Acuna Jr. gets back. The pitch, down low, 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first base for the Braves here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Logan at the plate. They throw to first, and Acuna Jr. back in time. The 1-0 pitch, up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. Braves Dodgers tied at 1. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch. A ground ball. Hodges, they'll turn two. They get the double play. A 3-6-3 double play. Gil Hodges to Pee Wee Reese. Back to Hodges. As the Dodgers turn two. Two down for the Braves now. Here in the bottom of the sixth, Joe Torre, the catcher, comes up. In their first strike, count goes to 0-1. There's now 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 0-1 pitch. Rips it foul down the first base line. And the count goes to 0-2. Sutton trying to get out of the inning here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. And the count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 6 complete. We're tied at 1 here in NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Pee Wee Reese, the shortstop, will lead things off for the Dodgers. John Smoltz still on the mound for the Braves. We're tied at 1 Reese pops it up. Hank Aaron in right field comes in and makes the play for out number 1. 1 down for LA.
The center fielder, number 4.
And now Duke Snyder will come up, the center fielder. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch by Smoltz. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Popped up. Out into left field. Acuna Jr. going back. And he makes the play for out number 2. Two down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. Gil Hodges, the first baseman, will step up. Here's the pitch. A ground ball. Albies makes the play for the out. At the end of 6.5, we're tied at 1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Atlanta. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Braves and Dodgers tied at 1. Sutton still on the mound for the Dodgers. Ozzie Albies, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Braves. Albies hits one out to left field. Kemp going back. Kemp at the wall. It's gone. A solo shot home run by Ozzie Albies. And the Braves retake the lead 2-1. A solo shot on the first pitch of the inning. This one just cleared the wall. In fact, it ended up on top of the wall, just sitting there. And that's it for Sutton. The Dodgers are going to change their pitcher. Let's see who Los Angeles brings in.
Your attention, please.
Alex Vesia will come in to pitch for Los Angeles.
Alex Garcia.
Braves now lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning of game number 4. Braves trying to tie the series up at 2 games apiece if they're going to win today. Michael Harris, the center fielder. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. And the count goes to 0-1. Nobody out, bases empty for the Braves here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now the pitch by Harris.
No,
Outside, count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. And the count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out for out number 1.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Chipper Jones.
As we track the pitches. And now the DH for the Braves comes up. Chipper Jones. 1 out, bases empty. Vesia on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off. And the count goes to 0-2 to Jones. Oh, 2 pitch. Up high, 1-2.
2 strikes.
Gonsolin and Gratterall warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Braves lead it 2-1. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out, bases empty. Jones at the plate with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Took a big swing, struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Braves. The right fielder, Hank Aaron, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Braves up 2-1. The pitch by Vesia. Up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. We're at Turner Field in Atlanta. And now the 2-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, 3-1. Three balls and a strike now to Hammer and Hank. Vesia, the 3-1 pitch. Aaron smacks one into left field, a base hit. Matt Kemp tracks it down, throws it in. It'll be a 2-out single for Aaron. Keeps the inning alive for the Braves. And up next for Atlanta will be Sadahara O, the first baseman. The pitch by Vesia. Up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runner on first base. The 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0. Oh, trying to draw the walk here. And now the 3-0 pitch. Rips one foul down the line. And the count goes to 3-1. They throw to first. Aaron's back in time. Counts at 3-1. 3-1 pitch. And that's fouled off. And the count goes to 3-2. They throw to first. They got him in a pickle. They throw down to second. They get him out. They got Hank Aaron in a pickle. But Ozzie Albies, a 1-run home run, gives the Braves a 2-1 lead at the end of 7. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 8th inning. A.J. Minter will come in to pitch for Atlanta. Braves lead it 2-1 here in Game 4. They tried to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. Matt Kemp, the left fielder, will lead things off for the Dodgers. So Kemp will step in. Here's Minter's pitch. Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Outside. Count goes to 2-0. Kimbrell and Glavin warming up the bullpen for the Braves. The count's 2-0 to Matt Kemp. Pitch by Minter. In their first strike, 2-1. He looks like a young Santa Claus. Without the gray. Here's the 2-1 pitch. in their first strike. They'll even the count at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, nobody out, nobody on. Matt Kemp at the plate for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. Braves up 2-1. The pitch to Kemp. Low and outside, full count. Dodgers trying to get back in this game, trailing by 1. 3-2 to count to Kemp. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for the Dodgers. Matt Kemp on base with nobody out. And now the right fielder, Mookie Betts, will come up. A chance now for the Dodgers to take the lead here in the 8th inning. Nobody out, runner on first base. As Betts will step in. The pitch by Minter. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. He swung at an inside pitch. Strike 2. The count now 0-2 to Betts. And now the 0-2 pitch. Low and inside, 1-2. Minter on the left, Betts on the right. The count's 1-2. They throw to first. Kemp's back in time. And now they throw to first again. Kemp back in time. Count remains at 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Hit high in the air. Acuna Jr. in left field will make the play for out number 1. One down for the Dodgers here in the 8th inning. As Betts flies out to left. And now the DH, Eddie Murray, will come up. One out, runner on first base. Sean Kemp at first. Minter looks in. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped right to short. Logan initiates the double play. And that'll get the Braves out of the inning. The Dodgers go down at the end of 7.5. The Braves lead it 2-1. NLCS Game 4 here at Jammin' Sports.
Your attention, please.
Julio Reyes will come in to pitch for the Dodgers. Sadahara O, the first baseman, will lead things off for the Braves. Julio Reyes, the pitcher for the Dodgers. Here's the pitch. In their first strike. And the count's 0-1. Braves lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Looking for some insurance runs. Big swing and a miss. The count goes to 0-2 to Sadaharu O. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. One down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th.
Third baseman, Eddie Matthews.
And now the third baseman, Eddie Matthews, will come up. One out, bases empty. Urias is how it's pronounced on the mound. Julio Urias. Here's the pitch. Up high, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, one out, bases empty. And now the 1-0 pitch. Ripped down the line, but foul. And the count goes to 1-1 on Matthews. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike now to Matthews. And now the 2-1 pitch by Urias. Did he go around? Yes. That'll leave the count at 2-2. Braves with a 2-1 lead, trying to get some insurance runs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside. Got another full count at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Popped up out of play. Count remains at 3-2 with 1 out, bases empty. Three-two pitch.
No, that's a ball. Take the base.
Ball 4. Matthews draws the walk.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ronald Acuna.
So 1 out, runner on first for the Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr. will come up, the left fielder, to face Urias. The pitch up high. The count goes to 1-0. One out, runner on first base. The count's 1-0. Here's the pitch. And that's ripped foul. The count will even up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first. And now the 1-1. And that's fouled off. Count goes to 1-2 to Acuna Jr. And now the 1-2 pitch.
Ball 2.
Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner on first base. 2-2 pitch.
Count 4.
Inside, another full count. We've had a bunch of those today. Count is full to Acuna Jr. 3-2 pitch. Pops it up. Snyder in center field comes running up and makes the play for out number 2. So Acuna Jr. flies out to center field. 2 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th. They still have a runner at first base. And the shortstop, Johnny Logan, will come up to face Julio Urias. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. And now the 0-1 pitch to Logan. Popped up in the air. Pee Wee Reese in shallow left field makes the play for the final out. At the end of 8 complete, the Braves lead the Dodgers 2-1. Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Coming in to close it out for the Braves is Craig Kimbrell. The Dodgers need 1 run to tie and extend the game, 2 to take the lead. Pedro Guerrero, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th, trailing 2-1. The Braves tried to tie the series up at 2 games apiece. Kimbrell, Mr. Scarecrow, I call him. Here's the pitch. In their first strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1. Strike 2. Count quickly, 0-2 to Guerrero. The 0-2 pitch. Up high. Count goes to 1-2. Braves only lead by 1. 2-1 over the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th. Nobody out, nobody on. The count's 1-2. Outside. That'll even the count at 2-2 to Guerrero. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th, down to their final 2 outs. The catcher, Roy Campanella, comes up. We've got the Indians and the Red Sox, game number 4 up next. We'll head up to Boston for that. Here's the pitch. Campanella fouls it off down the third base line. And the count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Out deep into left. Acuna Jr. It's a home run. A solo shot home run by Roy Campanella. It just left the yard. And the Dodgers have tied it up. Here in the top of the 9th. With a solo shot home run by Roy Campanella. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 9th. We could have extra innings here. Let's watch this one again. This one just barely cleared the fence. And now we go to the top of the order. The second baseman, Jackie Robinson, will come up. Ball 1, it's down low. Count goes to 1-0. So the Dodgers have tied it up at 2 here in the top of the 9th. That means the Braves will be coming up in the bottom. And now the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. Soroka and Glavine still warming up for the Braves in the bullpen. We're tied at 2 here in the top of the 9th. Robinson at the plate with a 2-0 count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Tries to bunt. And that's going to go foul. And the count goes to 2-1. 2-1 pitch. He went around. That's going to even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Outside, full count, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Robinson at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Robinson high in the air, out to right. Hank Aaron comes in, can't get to it. That's going to get by him. Robinson, he's going for 3. They're going to bring him home. No, they hold him up at third base. That'll be a triple for Jackie Robinson. The Dodgers now with a runner on third base. That one just got by Hank Aaron out in right field. Aaron tried to dive for it, couldn't get to it. There'll be a base hit. It'll be a triple for Jackie Robinson. He thought about coming home. Misty has said goodnight at 8:30 Central Time. Pee Wee Reese comes up. The shortstop. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Dodgers now with a chance to take the lead. Just 1 out. A sac fly or a base hit would score Robinson. Pee Wee Reese. A high fly ball in the right field. Robinson's going to tag up. And the throw home. Not in time. Reese with a sacrifice fly. And the Dodgers take a 3-2 lead. And that's it for Kimbrell. Mike Soroka will come in. The Dodgers have scored 2 runs here in the 9th inning to take a 3-2 lead. Two outs, bases empty as Duke Snyder comes up, the center fielder. Dodgers trying to steal this one from the Braves. Soroka, here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. And that's ripped down the line, but out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Dodgers lead it 3-2. Game 4 of the NLCS here at Jammin' Sports. Evan Phillips pitching for the Dodgers here in the ninth inning. Trying to close it out for the Dodgers. The Braves need 1 run to tie and extend the game. 2 runs to win it. The catcher, Joe Torre, will lead things off for the Braves. The Dodgers can take a 3-1 lead of the series. Torre pops it up out of play. Strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. High in the air. And Matt Kemp makes the play in left field for out number 1. 1 down for the Braves here in the bottom of the ninth. Braves down to their last 2 outs. They need at least 1 run to extend the game. Second baseman Ozzie Albies. He had a home run earlier in this game. A solo shot. 1 out, bases empty. Pitch by Phillips. Outside. Count goes to 1-0. One 0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. Braves trying to tie it up at least. Counts 2-0 to Albies. In their first strike, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch to Albies. Ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. The tying run is at first base for the Braves. The winning run is at the plate. Michael Harris, the center fielder. 1 out, runner on first base. Harris can end the game. They throw to first. Albies back in time. Phillips looks in. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Braves trying to come back and win it. Here's the 0-1. It's a ball. That'll even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. There goes Albies down the second. He's safe. And now the tying runs at second base with 1 out. The count's 2-1 to Harris. Two balls and a strike, 1 out. Ball 3. Oh boy. Crowd's getting excited here in Atlanta, hoping they can come back and win this. They have a runner at second base with 1 out. The count is 3-1 to Michael Harris. Phillips on the mound for the Dodgers. Here's the 3-1. It's a strike. Full count now to Michael Harris. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. That's a big strikeout. 2 down for the Braves. And the DH, Chipper Jones, comes up. The Braves down to the last out. The pitch by Jones. It's fouled off. Strike 1. And the count goes to 0-1. Dodgers trying to hang on and win this. A come from behind win for the Dodgers. And now the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt. Gets by the catcher. And he's out at third. The Dodgers win it. Your final score, the Dodgers 3, the Braves 2. And the Dodgers take a 3-1 lead in the series. Dodgers now lead this best-of-7 series 3-1, with game number 5 tomorrow night. Learn more about the show. Go online to theshow.com. Once again, your final score, the Dodgers win it. A come-from-behind win, 3-2 over the Braves to take a 3-1 lead in the series. Up next, game number 4 of the American League Championship Series between the Indians and the Red Sox. It's up next here at Jammin' Sports.